Bridge Road.
All the pre-match attention may have focused on the contest between two former England managers. But it was the abuse directed at a current England man by the home crowd that left Bobby Robson incensed at full time.
I think the anti-Shearer brigade, which is going on in this country for some reason, is quite disgusting. I really don't understand some of our sporting public, because I'm not saying all of our sporting public is like that, but there are certain sections which are, and I really can't understand it. Obscene and rude chants about a certain player who's given his all for his country and his club during many years of football. I just find those chanting quite disgraceful. It really saddens me.
Robson was also upset that Michel Ngonge's 53rd minute opener for Watford was allowed to stand.
In my opinion, the player's clearly offside. It's clearly what the law says about two players, two defenders being between the line and the ball when the ball is played. The goalkeeper was out of position, so there's only one player behind, so the player is offside. But that's the route of the green.
What do you think of it?
It was offside. It looked offside to me. But naturally, I mean, Bobby and I have been in the game long enough to know that when it goes for you, you tend to smile, and when it goes against you, you get very upset. And it did look offside to me, yes.
Taylor was none too pleased. His side allowed Nicolas Dabizas the time to equalise just 6 minutes after going in front. But the Watford boss denied it was 2 points lost in the battle to climb away from second bottom spot.
If we'd won today, we'd have been, I don't know, 16, 17, and everybody would have said, oh, they're out the bottom three. The only position that matters is after 38 games. So if we haven't moved out the bottom three today because we've only drawn at home, the object is to get sufficient points to stay out of the bottom three, and whatever, yes, 2 more would have helped us to achieve that, but it hasn't happened, so you look to your next game.
Apart from this glaring miss, Taylor was happy with the contribution of his new French striker, Javier Gravelin. The ex-England boss knows even the best of them suffer frustrating days in front of goal.
So Watford and Newcastle failed to get the 3 points in that one. And after that draw, only 2 games remained undecided on Saturday. We round up the rest of the action beginning at Filbert Street, where Leicester played host to Wimbledon.
Wimbledon had only lost once in 11 games, but it wasn't until they beat Leeds that anyone took any notice. But on the back of that, they looked set to take another top 6 scout when Marcus Gale fired them ahead at Leicester. The textbook volley making it 3 consecutive scoring games for Gale. And the lead lasted a whole 60 seconds. Emil Heskey's deepest of deep crosses, diverted by Rob Savage to Tony Cottee, who at £500,000 has turned out to be one of Martin O'Neill's most inspired signings. It's hard to know who's the more pleased. Dean Blackwell gave away the winner by making sure he didn't handle the ball. He forgot to make sure it didn't squirm through to Heskey. And the 275th domestic goal of Cotty's career gave Leicester their 7th win in 9 games. He could have had a hat-trick, but being a few inches the wrong side of the post would have mattered more on a different day. Cotty had already done his job sufficiently. Leicester City 2, Wimbledon 1.
He has spent 2 years taking pressure off me, to be perfectly honest. And I find what he has done here is amazing for us in the couple of seasons they've been. I think he finds it amazing as well, too. He was out in Malaysia. His days of Premiership football looked well beyond him. He's come back here, and while we might have given him a lease of life, he has done fantastically for us.
Arsenal are getting to quite like playing Middlesbrough. After last season's romp at the Riverside, Borough were blitzed by a Dutch masterclass. Mark Overmars and Dennis Bergkamp got the Gunners back firing on all cylinders at Highbury, and after scoring the first, Overmars began the move that led to the second from Bergkamp. Bergkamp, renowned for his touch and vision, then add to that his drive and determination, and you've got something pretty special. Dennis in menacing form, 2-0 at half-time. Arsene Wenger rated this one of the best Arsenal performances of the season. It's not difficult to see why. And the onslaught continued in the second half as Bergkamp slotted his second for number 3. It was the perfect warm-up for their UEFA Cup tie with Nantes this week, Key men bang on form, and although they didn't need a helping hand, they got one from Gianluca Festa. The resultant penalty taken by Overmars, followed up by Overmars, 4-0 to Arsenal. Middlesbrough did pull one back, a wonderful solo effort from their Colombian striker, Hamilton Ricard. But as if to reinforce Arsenal's superiority, and with it their championship credentials, Mark Overmars capped the afternoon with his first ever Arsenal hat-trick to leave Arsene Wenger drooling.
We had a great response today, and a great commitment and great movement, and it's down for us to consistency. Can we be consistent at that level? That's the challenge and the target of my team.
Arsenal with a double Dutch 5-1 win over Borough, which saw a hat-trick from Mark Overmars and 2 from his fellow countryman Dennis Bergkamp. That left the weekend ticket down to the lone Sunday match as West Ham took on Sheffield Wednesday from Upton Park. Teams getting ready to go, and this one would put Paolo Di Canio facing his old club, and he would be the center of attention. Di Canio's cross here, headed in by Paolo Wanchup. But Wanchup is ruled offside, so we get nothing. 28th minute now. Di Canio's corner. Frank Lampard shoots into the crowded penalty area in the resulting scramble. Check out Wanchup. He's got it, and it's in. 1-0 at that point, West Ham. To minute number 39, Wim Jonk's cross reaches Gilles de Bilde, who lays it off for Peter Rudy. Nice work. Tied the match at 1-1. In the 48th minute, de Bilde will beat his defender and cross for Jonk. And he is online at goal.com, and it's 2-1. Now, West Ham in action. Jonk will trip Trevor Sinclair in the penalty box, and that means penalty shot coming up. Di Canio will step up. And watch him send goalkeeper Kevin Pressman one way and the ball the other. That knotted it up at 2-2. In minute number 66, Andy Hinchcliffe will cross for Andy Booth, and he is headed home. 3-2 the score after that goal. Later on, Danny Siner will follow through on the tackle to catch Di Canio here. That would leave a mark. Di Canio feeling the pain. Siner is red-faced and red-carded. Just a couple of minutes later, as Siner left the pitch, the ball will be played into the box. It's headed down. Trevor Sinclair will touch it for Mark Vivian Foé, and he'll send it home. 3-3 the score at that point. To minute number 76. Frank Lampard on the run, and from the edge of the box, a shot that finds its target. Manager Harry Redknapp waving at his players. 4-3, the final tally.
From Highfield Road, Coventry City hosted Aston Villa. The match, 2 teams desperately needing the points. Coventry City in 13th place, Aston Villa in 12th, so points very useful. John Gregory knows his job may be on the line to boot. An old Midlands derby as these two clashed early on. Julian Joachim, a surprise starter. Was that a foul? John Gregory beside himself. There you see Joachim, who came in with a bad ankle. A little bump from Mark Williams. No whistle. Then from the left, Coventry City trying to get back in it. Here in minute 8. Look at Robbie Keane. Open it up. The cross is in. Perfect time run by Cedric Roussel, the Belgian under 21. A surprise starter himself for Gordon Strachan. But this is all Robbie Keane. Look at that. And Roussel gets goal number 1. Gordon Strachan delighted. He put him in the lineup. More from Coventry City. Oops. The little bump. Robbie Keane. Oh, it's a goal. No, it's not. Take a look at this. He beats the keeper. Deflection. Oh, it hugs the sideline. Even shoots up some chalk. Still 1-0 Coventry City. Then, minute 41, Dion Dublin of Aston Villa. He's the Midland killer. Ties it up. Former Coventry City player himself, along with George Boateng. And there you see it. Powerful header. Moving on to the second half. Youssef Chifo cuts it in. Robbie Keane puts it away. John Gregory said that Robbie Keane was not fit yet to play in the first division. I beg to differ, Mr. Gregory, and it may cost you your job. Here's Youssef Chipo. What a young revelation he has been, the Moroccan. The cross to Robbie Keane. He puts it away. 2-1 in favor of Coventry City. Gordon Strachan's team get the 3 points.